Well, hello there. I'm back to talk to you about how I am packing my jewelry safely and compactly for a couple of events around a wedding out of town. And I normally travel carry-on only. If you have been following my journey and as I started this YouTube project, I am only traveling carry-on only, and I also love packing in capsule wardrobes. So I have a couple of containers here that I'm considering using to put all of this jewelry inside of. But to start off with, I am going to be packing the horn necklace that is at the top of the screen. And thankfully, this is not something that's super delicate, so I am actually going to pack that in a black velvet bag, and then we'll make sure that I position that carefully in my luggage so that I'm not damaging that, or potentially that it could get mishandled if I have to check my bag at the gate. So that being said, the other piece of jewelry, the larger piece of jewelry, the collar, is actually what I'll be wearing on the airplane, because it is for the more formal of all of the events. So for now, I'm just going to pack that horn necklace carefully and set that aside. So that leaves us with all the rest of the items, and that's the necklace and the earrings that I'll be wearing on the plane. Now, I have TSA pre-check, so I've been fairly lucky at my local airport that they don't give me a whole lot of trouble if I'm going through the airport security. And I also haven't had any issues with theft or things being stolen there at the TSA checkpoint, thankfully. So I feel pretty comfortable about wearing this on the plane and being able to go through TSA. Now, on my way home, I'm probably going to consider packing the necklace and earrings, and so that I'm not as concerned about it. So more than likely, I have another bag that I think I'm going to be able to pack that into, and we'll just put that on the top of my personal item, right where I'm kind of zipping it up. And because I'm not really sure how the Richmond airport is going to be, so it's kind of important to take all those things into consideration. So I have a couple of other items as well. One of them is a handmade brooch that has freshwater pearls and semi-precious stones, and it can also be worn as a pendant, which is fun, but I am going to protect it by putting it in this little bag, and so that it will keep the stones from scratching other items, and also to protect the beading that's done by hand. So carefully setting that aside. And then I also have a couple of pairs of hoop earrings, which I like both of them, but we'll just have to see if they will fit, and I'll be able to pack them all. I also have a couple of larger chain necklace, and one of them does have hematite, and it matches with these cute little sterling hematite earrings. And the funny thing is, I do like traveling with these kind of larger chain necklaces because they're fairly simple to pack and they don't tend to get tangled very easily. So they are nice to travel with, and then they're easy to deal with because you can create different looks with them. You know, you can actually wrap it around your neck 2 or 3 times and go from having a short kind of choker to a longer chain. And so that's everything that I have. It's all fairly simple. And so this little container is actually for AirPods, but notice it is kind of has some structure to it. It is a little bit pliable, which is really nice, but It does also offer some protection. So if you had post earrings like those, it makes it a little bit slightly more protected so that they don't get squished and broken in your luggage. I think what happens frequently when we're traveling, we get rushed and we're kind of, shoving things in bags, or even other people at TSA or whoever might be, stuffing something back in there. So I like to offer some protection to my items. So what I'm actually using as a jewelry container for this particular trip, because I'm concerned about, size and weight and traveling as compactly as possible, is it's actually a little tech case that I found at the Dollar Tree. And I actually bought several of them because I think they're going to come in quite handy. But this one obviously has the perfect place for that brooch, and I think that's the perfect place for it. And I haven't tested any of this ahead of time, so it's so funny. I'm setting myself up for potential failure here, but thankfully the brooch does fit nicely in that little pocket and it's very safe. And moving on to my next priority is going to be this particular necklace, and then all that talk about the larger chains not tangling, and now this one has actually tangled and I'm trying to untangle that. But what I am doing, and this is really how I pack, I'm essentially packing the most important to the least important items as I'm filling either my suitcase or, in this case, the jewelry container. Because what that allows me to do is make a decision at the end if something doesn't fit. But I'm still keeping the priority things the priority, and I'm able to take the things with me that I really need, instead of feeling like, oh, I can't take anything with me. In this case, I can take it all with me if it will fit, but let's just see. And sometimes it even helps you make a decision, because you're realizing, as I'm putting these earrings in here, like, well, even though I like that second pair, could I deal with just having one pair of hoops for this extended weekend? I think I can. I think I can make that decision, because I'm noticing, obviously, that it won't close with all of the earrings inside. So, and I don't want to damage anything. See, that's the other thing that you have to take into consideration. If you're traveling with nice jewelry, that you obviously can't take everything with you. So this is what I've ended up with. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And I look forward to sharing the 14-piece capsule wardrobe with you that may or may not end up being 12 pieces. That's still under debate as I'm making this video, but I really appreciate you tuning in, and thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.